Okay, you guys, I was not ready for this one. Imagine waking up every single day with that pit in your stomach, knowing CPS could knock on your door at any second and take your kids away. That's not a nightmare. It's Stephanie's reality right now.
People have been in touch with Oregon CPS and the Child Abuse Hotline. They had between 30 and 40-minute long conversations with the caseworkers, and the caseworkers were taking it incredibly seriously. They were taking very thorough notes, and they said that they were well aware of Miss Stephanie and that they were getting many, many calls. That's amazing.
And instead of taking it as a wake up call to finally pull things together, she's unraveling, spiraling in front of the entire internet, pushing out video after video like she's auditioning for the role of world's best mom, while behind the scenes, her children are still stuck in chaos. And here's the twist that shocked everyone. Her very own mother, Mary Say, might soon end up with custody of the kids. No, because what? This is the kind of story that makes you grab your coffee tighter, rewind twice just to make sure you had it right, and wonder how things got so bad.
So upsetting because these children have been going through so much for so long. Like Stephanie uprooted these little girls from their home at their grandma's house to moving into some random guy's house like 2 or 3 years ago. And now they're always seeing their mom fight with this guy all the time because they're always fighting. They are now stuck in a one room, like literally they're stuck in one room. And now they have more siblings than when they started.
Let's unpack it step by step. Let's rewind. Stephanie's parenting has been under scrutiny for ages. People online have been pointing out red flags for years: the unstable motel living, the lack of healthy meals, the constant chaos that never seems to change. And the questions keep piling up. Why hasn't CPS stepped in yet? Why are these kids still in that environment? Naturally, the attention shifted toward her mom, Mary Say. Where was she in all of this? Why hasn't she stepped up? Viewers were frustrated. They assumed she was neglecting her role as a grandmother. Some even accused her of enabling Stephanie. Comments flooded in. If that were my daughter, I'd be at that motel dragging those kids out myself. But life, a custody law, is not that simple. You can't just walk into a CPS monitored situation and snatch kids away. That's not how it works. And finally, Marisay decided it was time to speak up. When Marisay came forward, she surprised everyone. She revealed that she has been fully aware of what's happening with her grandchildren and that she's been working behind the scenes this entire time.
So it has come to my attention that there are some people on this app who think I should do more to get custody of my grandkids. Let me tell you a little secret. I know what's going on, okay? I hear things, I know things, I listen, there's things happening. They're getting caseworkers going there every day. There's a possibility I may get custody at some point. And you think I'm going to fuck that up now? By getting myself arrested for kidnapping? By getting myself arrested for beating her ass? You know, you want to give me advice? At least make it make sense, okay? You want to tell me what you think I should do? And furthermore, there's one particular creator who said, if I was doing that, this is what my mom would do. Let me tell you a little secret. Until you're in it, you don't get to say what anybody would do because you don't know. Do you think I ever expected my daughter's entire life to play out on social media and I would have to watch things unravel? You know, you don't know what I'm feeling. You don't know how I'm dealing with this. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what my family is going through. So, at least if you're going to give advice, let it be reasonable.
She wasn't sitting quietly out of negligence. She was being strategic. According to her, CPS caseworkers are visiting Stephanie's motel every single day. Every single day. That tells us this isn't just an open case, it's an active one. They are investigating, monitoring, and potentially building a case for removal. Marise explained why she hadn't acted impulsively. If she barged into the motel, confronted Stephanie, or tried to take the kids on her own, she could end up arrested. Worse, she could damage her credibility with CPS, and that would crush any chance she has of gaining custody. She can't risk that. So she's keeping her head down, staying patient, and doing things the right way. And then came the emotional part. Marisa admitted she never thought she'd be in this position, watching her daughter's life unravel so publicly on social media. She described how painful it has been to see her grandchildren dragged into this chaos. But she insisted her silence was never negligence, it was strategy. She's been quietly protecting her chance to bring her grandkids home. Meanwhile, Stephanie, she's not protecting anything. She's unraveling faster and louder every single day. Stephanie knows CPS is closing in, and the panic shows in her content. It's what I call panic parent content. Grocery hauls, school lunches, TikTok dances with her daughters, attending school events for the first time.
Stephanie's mother did come on and confirm that there are caseworkers visiting Stephanie every day, and that there is a chance that Reese could get custody of the girls, and she's trying not to do anything that would jeopardize that. That's really positive news, right? I think that is why Stephanie's showing more what she thinks is healthy mommy content, selling or talking about vaginal juice, and having her 10-year-old give a thumbs up, telling the girls that the internet says you're going to hate me, and doing little songs. She is showing the kids' lunches, and she's showing the food. Now, what I will say is that what she posted yesterday that she made for food is the most food I've ever seen her cook. So clearly, she got the message about Deshaun, saying that he couldn't ask for seconds, right? Clearly, she's probably really upset about how well the GoFundMe's doing, which, by the way, is awesome. It is so amazing the way a community can come rally behind a mother and rally behind Monty's movement.
On the surface, it looks wholesome, but look deeper and it's clear. It's a performance. A frantic attempt to prove to CPS and to the world that she's a fit mom. Take the food situation. Suddenly, she's showing off bigger, fuller lunches. At first glance, that's great, right? But viewers immediately remembered the time Deshaun, while staying with his other mom, Desiree, asked for seconds at dinner, something he never got at Stephanie's. That detail. So now, when Stephanie films herself packing larger lunches, people can't help but think, this isn't about feeding the kids. This is about optics, about creating a narrative. Then there are the TikTok dancers. Stephanie and her daughters smiling, lip syncing, bonding. Cute? Maybe. But in the context of a looming custody case, it looks suspiciously like performance. Like she's trying to craft a story instead of actually living it.
If you guys didn't know, Stephanie made a backup page for her and the kids to post on, and to post little fun trends. Now, apparently these fun trends entail her and her daughters that are in elementary school turning around, showing their behinds, shaking their behinds, smacking their behinds, and copying what their mother is doing. Now, what their mother is doing is inappropriately dancing in front of them, teaching them, and asking them to also inappropriately dance in front of the camera for likes, for views.
And then came the school event. For the first time, she showed up. And for a brief moment, it was beautiful. The kids were genuinely happy, laughing with their peers. Viewers almost wanted to celebrate, but Stephanie ruined it by oversharing. She revealed the school's name, filmed her kids in uniform, even mentioned their grades. No protective parent would do that, especially someone under heavy online scrutiny. What should have been a win turned into another red flag. And if you thought it could get worse, it does. Let's talk about the infamous kitty juice incident. Stephanie made a drink, claiming it makes your kitty smell like a snack. And then she had her daughter sip it on camera. And then she posted it. Who does that? It wasn't funny. It wasn't quirky. It was disturbing. Plain and simple. And then came the motel bathtub dishes. Stephanie filmed herself washing dishes in the same tub where 7 people bathe, the same tub where she dumps mop water, the same tub where she stores the mop. And while she was washing, a maggot crawled across the washcloth. Did she react with disgust? Did she stop? No. She rinsed it off and kept going as if nothing happened, like this was normal. That clip said it all. The motel isn't just cramped, it's unsanitary, infested, unsafe for children. And instead of fixing the issue, she broadcasted it like it was fine. Instead of proving she's a capable mom, she handed everyone more evidence to question her fitness. But we can't stop at the surface level because Stephanie's choices don't exist in a vacuum. She's admitted to using MJ, but her mother hinted at something darker. Marisa revealed that Stephanie had gone to rehab before, and to this day, she is not sure if MJ was the only substance involved. That's a chilling thought. If harder substances were in play before, could they be part of the problem now?
So I actually have some pretty good news regarding the stinking Jenkins. Just to start out, I want to say I can't imagine how hard it must be for Reese, that's Stephanie's mother, to first off watch her daughter spiral like this. Probably she's coming to the realization that her daughter's first addiction probably wasn't just for marijuana, which is what she had told us when she was interviewed way back by Alicia May. She said that Stephanie went to rehab for marijuana. I'm sure there's people that go to rehab for marijuana, but it was clear to me by the way that Stephanie looked when she went to rehab, it was much more than marijuana. And I think that we're watching her spiral again. But
And then there is Drew, Stephanie's partner. People close to the situation, like Alita, claim Drew's recent behavior points to relapse. So, if both parents are struggling, then who is left to care for the children? Who is making rational decisions about housing, food, safety? The answer is no one. This explains so much. Why, despite their social media income, they can't secure stable housing, why meals and clothing were neglected, why decisions after decision feels reckless. When substances cloud judgment, children are the ones who pay the price. And that's what's happening here, again, in real time. This is the part that gets heavy. Imagine being one of those kids. Your mom is blasting your school details online. She's using your meals and your smiles as props to prove herself. She's involving you in content that crosses boundaries. And your home? It's so unsanitary that maggots literally crawl across dishcloths mid-video. It's heartbreaking. It's uncomfortable. And it's enraging because every time Stephanie tries to prove she's a good mom, she digs herself deeper. It feels like she's performing motherhood for strangers instead of leaving it for her kids. And the ones paying the price aren't the adults, it's the children who deserve so much better than this. I don't know, besties. Maybe it's just me, but doesn't it feel like every choice she makes screams instability? Like she's sabotaging her own case without even realizing it? So now we're left with one massive question. Will CPS finally step in? Will Marisa succeed in gaining custody and pulling her grandchildren out of this chaos? Because if not, how much worse does this have to get? How many more red flags do we have to see? Honestly, I don't even know how to process this anymore. Tell me I'm not the only one seeing how alarming this is. What do you guys think? Because this might be one of the most disturbing family sagas ever to play out on social media. Drop your thoughts below, besties, because I am still processing this. And honestly, I just hope the system acts soon. These kids have already endured enough. For their sake, let's pray that the next update is finally a positive one.